A campaign's story is often shaped by the culmination of a party's choices and actions over time, and sometimes by a single spell cast. So Awaken is odd. It's a spell with rules that are very straightforward, but the implications of those rules can be really difficult to predict. After all, it's a spell that simply lets the caster permanently change the target's intelligence score, but what happens after that is going to be different at every table. Here's how it works. The spell begins with a hefty 8-hour casting time, during which the caster will need to study and prepare a precious gemstone that is consumed by the spellcasting process. There are also a few conditions required for the target of the spell. They must be either a beast or a plant, and their size classification must be huge or smaller. Additionally, they must have either no intelligence score or an intelligence of 3 or less. At the end of the preparation, the caster touches the target, awakening in them a previously unpossessed intelligence. The spell is now complete, and the target has permanently gained an intelligence score of 10. The target also gains the ability to speak one of the languages known by the caster. Additionally, for plants, they gain senses similar to a human's, along with the ability to move their roots, branches, etc. Finally, the spell also causes the being to be charmed by the caster for the next 30 days, or until the caster or their companions do anything harmful to it. At the end of the charm, the being makes the choice of whether or not to remain friendly to the caster based on its experiences. So with all of that in mind, where and why would you use this spell? Because there are others that accomplish things like it. Paladins are able to cast Find Steed, wizards have Find Familiar, rangers have lots of options, and the list goes on. But for me, the value of Awaken is in the longevity and untethered nature of its effects. Let's say your party has been tasked with surveying an uncharted area and uncovering any potential dangers. As preparation for the quest, the party chooses to invest in awakening an eagle from the region. After preparing and casting the spell, the party sets out with their newly befriended local expert. Now, things like scouting ahead, communicating over distance, and generally surviving in this new environment prove to be a lot easier for the entire party with the eagle's help. The eagle can go where it pleases, stay as long as it needs, and communicate with anyone who speaks its recently learned language. And while the upfront investment required for Awaken is high, working with the eagle afterwards doesn't require anyone to use spell slots or maintain concentration on a spell. Provided the party treats their new friend well, this eagle could be a valuable addition to the group for a long time to come. So the mechanical impact of the awakened plant or beast is going to vary from table to table, but I think that they will always be a resource available to the party to help overcome obstacles. Your DM might grant advantage on rolls where the awakened is able to assist, or might give you extra information based on their involvement. Your DM may also do a silly voice for the character, and that's its own reward. And if you are the DM, I think this can be a great resource for little bits of world building. You can incorporate a druid who has awoken a number of trees over the years, leading to a section of sentient forest that helps them ward off ill-intentioned visitors. Or maybe a city has a skilled bard that has awoken their inseparable pet songbird, who now helps with their performances. The scope of Awaken can be hard to fully pin down, and it leaves a lot of questions you still need to answer after you've cast it. But I love that a niche spell like this can create a lasting impact on the game world. But what are your thoughts? As a player, does it seem fun and useful, or more like a novelty? And as a DM, is this something that you'd want your players to take, and are there any ground rules that you'd want to put in place first? I'm sure that there's a whole lot that you can do with this, so I'd love to know if you've had experience with it and how things went. As always, thank you for watching, and until next time, take care.